Alright, what's up YouTube? We're back with a video. It's currently like 4 a.m. I'm making this video. Yo, honestly, it's mad. Right. Anyway, yeah. So, I went through a bunch of cards and basically like, here's a bunch of cards and then I have a load of other cards and then I basically went through another bunch of cards. Because I'm doing like a grading run, I'm only going to grade anything that gets a 10. So I'm not going to grade anything unless it gets a 9. So if I'm going to grade something that gets a 9, then we're only going to look at something like, I thought I put the card here, maybe I didn't, which was like a Snorlax from Skyridge, right? If that gets a 9, it's still like a valuable item. Most other items, when they get 9s, they're no good. So, basically, we have 2 cards here. I'm going to basically tell you a story about this one. So I put this one on eBay, right, for like 20 quid. And then automatically someone bought the card and I looked at his page and I believed that he was a reseller. And I was like, it's going to take me a week before I can go and ship this item because I've got things going on right now. So so I went ahead and cancelled the item, right? Now, it's probably a dick move, but at the end of the day, this card, is not going to be a 10 or a 9. Now, I went to investigate PSA's population report, and there is only 14 10s of this. Now, the 9s, the 8s, and the 7s seem to be like, this card right now is at a price where it's from Primal Clash, and I'm thinking, like, do I even sell this or do I grade it and then just keep it? Because it's like, the reason is, like, tell me in the comments, what do you think this card's worth right now? Because the value is like all over the place. Because, the Primal Clash box has shot up in price, and then the cards are kind of like, they don't know what to do, right? Because realistically, I could have sold that like 2 years ago at 20 quid. And then I seen a guy listing one at £20. And I'm like, maybe his is fake. Like, it looks like a fake card. So I'm like, I couldn't tell if it was fake or not. Like, from the picture that he made. Because it has this line like this down. But basically on his card, it had a line where it come there and a line here. It was like broken. So I'm like, I don't know if it's broke, like a fake card or not. So anyway, I want to show you something that, like this card, right, is another one of these cards that you could have bought a long time ago. Now, could you imagine the price that I paid for this, right? I'm going to go on my phone real quick, and then I'm going to research it, and then we're basically we're going to show you exactly when I bought this item, right? Because I always tell you about, like, when I lose, I guess, right? So back in 2020, right? Now, back in 2020, I bought this card on the 28th of July. Now, 28 always is a weird number for me because any time I do anything on the 28th, I just make money. Look, I paid £3.95 for this card. I only brought one, right? it's hilarious, right? Because I literally went to have a look on how much this price of this card was, and it was like, I was like £70. I was like, what? 70 quid for this? Obviously, it is 5 years old. Now, this one would probably get like a 7. Now, because I bought this to like, I was going to buy this and then just grade it and then just like keep it. Like most of this stuff that I do like, I've just put away. Do you know what I mean? If I like the card, I put it away, or I get round to grading it when, and the thing around 10s and 9s right now is 9s are not worth any money. And, if you're grading a card that's going to get a 9, it's like, you're losing money, right? So unless it's something like this that sits around for 5 years, and then let's say you buy this card at £3, right? This card's worth 70. If you need money, you sell it. If you don't need money, if you have stocks, money in the bank, your cryptocurrency or whatever it is, whatever assets you own, if you don't need the money, don't sell it. That's what always usually is the case, right? So, this is a card that we won on. We won on this one, right? So I've always showed you about, the ones that I lose on, I sold this one too early, blah, blah, blah. Like, now, if you sell this right now and people are paying £70, what price does it go to? Because if people are willing to pay 70 for it now, and it's selling at that, so it's probably going to go high. It's not really going to drop because the availability of this one, this is from Legendary Treasures, so it wasn't printed a lot back then. So I'm going to do like a little plug. This is a plug from me. This is a 3D print. If anyone wants to support the channel, and because these I'll be able to get my money back and be able to create more. These ones I did an orange first off, and I'm like this is pretty good because this is the original team up coin from the team up base set fire deck is basically what it is, like team up's base fire deck with a cracked ice card. We did one in gold, and I was like, actually that looks way better, right? So the black and gold, the sparkle black and the gold. Obviously, shameless plug. We did put one of these on the internet. Because I've had the argument with Pokemon's coins, and Pokemon's coins are shit. They wear down and they scratch, and they they look nice. They look pretty for when you first get them. Yeah. If you start like this one, it's foiled. This one's not scratched. But I got a Leconk, like the pig one, out of a blister that I bought earlier, a single pack blister, and I literally threw it in the bin, like because it was so scratched. I was like, wow, imagine a brand new item and it was just ruined. So all these cards here, right, are gonna be like best case scenario. These are like 9s or kind of worse, because like we got this one, which is a white Kyurem GX. I already have this as a 10. So this one, you can tell the grades by the top borders. So the border on the bottom is like thicker than the top. So what you're looking at is this side. So this is, mint condition, but it has that one white mark there. So that's going to get a 9. So to me, there's no point grading this one, right? So, we've got a Detective Pikachu. This one is mint. Obviously, it's got one white corner on the top. Everything else is alright. Centering's fine. This is going to be a 9, so I'm not going to grade that. Got a Skyridge. Magikarp. This one's got a bit of scuffing on the surface and a white corner and a white edge. Right, you can see it around. So this is like 15 quid. I put these on eBay. This is another one of these Primal Clash cards. Values scattered around. I put this as if you was gonna kind of open this today from a box. I kind of put this up for like £25. I just wanted to see if like it's mint. I don't know the prices other people are selling for like 6, but I didn't look at the condition of the cards, so I know mine's like mint, so mint copy, right? We've got some like smaller value items like Misty's Goldie, and these have got like white edges. So I think the best way to check your cards for whitening is if you put them in a sleeve and put them in a top loader. I think that's the best way to do it if you don't have a slab. Now this is our Eevee from Plasma, which is like one of the black and white sets. I put mine on eBay more expensive because mine came brand new from a deck. So this is a mint copy like card. As black and white was never really printed very good. So then we've got a War Total base 2. This is like 11, like 11 quid. This one's off center on the back. I mean, this could get overlooked. It's like this is what I mean with some things, because it's like if you look at the edges and the corners with the WotC cards are usually the shittest part. Because some of them are like they're not cut properly, or the full card is not there. So these are just some singles I've been adding to eBay. Now what am I going to do? If I sell any of these, I'm going to add the money back to the Pokemon fund. Basically, we're going to buy some boosters. We're going to buy some singles. We're going to buy some different singles that can possibly get 10s or grade them. I'm probably going to move to buying some like Chinese or some just more Japanese cards, just because the print quality is better, and English is kind of it's very rocky, isn't it? It's just trying to get 10s and stuff is difficult. I mean, I do have a lot of cards that I still need to slab, and I've made like a nice box now with like I've looked at them. So this is like whitening on dotting on the card. These are still like nice cards, right? And then we've got like the gym challenge from Rocket. I've seen people breaking a couple rocket booster boxes. I'm like, that seems to be something that people are revisiting now because of the, basically, you know, of the new set that's come out. So we've got 1999, 2000. This one is, you know, a lighter print. It's a mint copy again. I know some people like these. I do ship worldwide. And I do everything direct. So I don't go through any GPS shipping service or any of that because it's all bullshit. I like to just ship direct to customer because, you know, in my eyes, you know, I can get the item tracked, you know, or it will go to you through email, which, you know, is easier than paying a surplus of like 18 fucking quid. You know, it's more because it's in dollars or whatever. It's usually like, I don't know, like probably like $25 just to buy off international shipping. If you're doing it direct, it costs us like fucking £3, which is insane if it's not tracked. It's like £3.20. We've got Nine Tails. This one's from a collection, so this one's kind of like beat up a little bit, but there's no point grading it because it's just get a 7 or something. And then this one come from a deck, so this one same things off center to one side, right? You can't tell on the front, but on the back you can. So this is what I mean. Centering to get a PSA 10 needs to be centering on the front and centering on the back. Now in my eyes, I know PSA 10 is the most valuable, but I've always wondered why. Just because you display a card from the front and not the back. The back to me is not really important when it comes to cards. I mean, more like the centering, the face, looking at it from the front, you know. But PSA 10 is what fetches the value. Got Erica's Ivysaur. Got this card. This is pretty mint. Put this on for like 20, you know. Like I say, if I'm selling these, I'm going to be selling these and adding money back to the fund. Be buying booster packs, stacking some packs. I've been stacking some packs here. I got another 4 today, and I got 2 from that Pokemon Go box. So we got a Dragonite GX, which is off center this way. I think I've already got this one as a 10. I think so. So I don't need this one. So this one's going to be a 9. This one's from Dragon Majesty. So got a Dracopult VMAX. This one's off center like crazy on the back, but not on the front. So, well, you can see it on the front a little bit, but it's more prominent on the back because of the, you know, the shiny face. Got this Team Rocket. This is the secret rare hollow. You know, these are like 26. I would expect that these to be, you know, with the Rocket booster box literally going up in price and then being broken, they're gonna. I would have thought they would be worth more, but they're not. So I've got Radiant Alakazam there. That one's not going to get a 10. It's got a light mark on it. So we do have these. These are from 2019 World Championship Edition. Now these are the tag team. Now these are more limited than what's actually in the box, in the booster box. So when these cards, like these tag teams, tend to rocket, because that's what they are doing now. A lot of the tag teams are going up in price. So basically, these are less graded on the pop report as because there was a limited run, not like the booster box. There's a lot more cards out there from the booster box than there is the 2019 World Championship editions. Now, I did buy a lot. I think I spent £1,000 on these World Edition boxes when they first come out, you know, 2019, and all the rest of the ones that came out since then are shit. You know, they barely move, and the quality of the cards are all that different colours and that on the back, so they just, you can see the whitening. The whitening's so prominent that it's not worth grading them. Where the white on white is a bit like they're really it'll get missed, and then you can't really see it anyway. So, you know, we've got another Zekrom card. This is Dragon Majesty Blood promo, but you know, basically the centering is the problem. That black line that goes around the edge is where they go, oh, they just basically look at the top and look at the bottom and then flip the card around and go 9. Like, it's a 9 because of that border. So if you're trying to buy any tag teams, this is what you need to be looking at. If you look at that black border and that top is thicker than the bottom, then automatically it's a 9. So, you know, this is a 9. It's off center on the back, off center on the front. It's like £25 now or whatever in English. You know, Japanese is like £4. So it just shows you that, I don't know why, you know, you can get the same card, but, you know, when it's in a slab, it's like, you're not sat there reading what the card does, right? You know what I mean? So I've got a sticker, this is a Merlin sticker, these are pretty cool. You know, this one's not gonna, I'm gonna grade a few of these, so this one is kind of, corners a bit gone, but in them packs, they stick to the front and they leave glue all over the glue all over the shiner, so, you know, you can get wrecked. So we've got one of these YGLDs. This is a rip-off from GB1. We got Surfing Pikachu. I had a PSA 9 of this. Still got it. I can remember I had it on eBay for like £15. And then this one's starting to go up because Evolution's booster boxes thing gone up. So Imakun is Duo. I already have this as a 10. I've got like 3 rows, so I don't need these. And these are probably going to get 9s anyway because I've got a bit of whitening on the top side. Yeah, top side there. And then we've got on that side. And then there's a little bit on the bottom. So it's still a mint card. We've got a Lieutenant Surge's Rattata. This is probably going to be a 9. All 2 white spots. You know, 1 white down there. That's an 8. Not worth slabbing. Right, we got the Strikazor, which I've added all these to eBay, by the way, so that's why I'm making a video. You know, this one's going to be a 9, right? And then we got a Pikachu, which is, you know, cool card. This comes from a single pack team up blister. And then this one is technically a 9 as well. This one's got, you know, corner wear again. So is it worth slabbing it? No. You know, because 9's just not valuable. Now my plan for slabbing is, what my plan for slabbing is, when I do more slabbing, right, is any PSA card that I grade and get a 10, I'm not going to sell it. I'm just going to put it away. And then, you know, I used to kind of do that anyway for the cards I like, but the cards I liked are what I get 10s on. I'm not going to sell unless I've got duplicates of. If I've got duplicates of them, then I'll sell them. But any 9s that I get back, I'm going to sell if I don't like the card. So if I'm grading it on purpose to, you know, it don't get the 10, it gets a 9, or I've missed something and they've got something on it, so they drop it to a 9, then I will sell the 9s and keep the 10s and then use all the money back to regrade and buy more stuff. Just so I've got this constant like rolling snowball, and no, you know, it's basically like cash flow basically, right? And then we're gonna obviously sell some raws. We're gonna reinvest this into, I don't know, some cheap cards right now that are, you know, from the newer stuff, but maybe potentially later on they'll go up. So, you know, maybe like a couple of special illustration rares or something that I like, and then, you know, as we build a collection, the collection gets more valuable later on, even though that I probably won't sell them items, but I can just buy multiples of them, so it's a little bit better. So, you know, these are old cards. I know that people out there will probably buy them. You know, I've do these onto eBay. Probably people on eBay will see them anyway, so I would expect a couple of these to go. So we're going to get some boosters and then just some other stuff, so we can maybe open some stuff, mess around and make videos, right? So thanks for watching. If you like the video as always, and see you next time. Because I do have a lot of smashing people that dislike my videos every single day, as soon as I upload, as soon as they press the button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.